The power of one, the power of two, the power of many. The power of one, the power of two, the power of many.
What the hell just happened?
Today, on Live From Ahch-To,
Gotta give him that huck to it.
a Star Wars podcast.
An acolyte kills without a weapon.
What are you doing here?
Will the general have some breakfast?
I'm here to kill you.
Last night, a Jedi was murdered on Ueda.
You think that I killed her?
That good southern tobacco.
Is it true you killed a Jedi?
That's her!
I didn't do it!
I didn't kill my wife! I don't care!
Your eyes can deceive you.
Your eyes can deceive you.
We must not trust them.
Don't trust them.
I have a bad feeling about this. An acolyte kills the dream.
Different dreams.
Save the dream!
Huck to it.
Welcome back, troopers, to Live From Ahch-To, a Star Wars podcast. I'm your host, TJ, and I feel the need for Star Wars. Today we are discussing Star Wars The Acolyte on the Disney Plus streaming service. Another divisive show among viewers. Some fans celebrated its diverse cast and themes while others, well, let's just say they didn't.
Star Wars The Acolyte not only has lesbian space witches...
I really had a hard time getting into this show. I was looking forward to Carrie-Anne Moss from The Matrix as a badass Jedi Master, and then she...
Spoilers.
died about 6 minutes into the first episode.
Okay, well, I'm still gonna pretend like she's a main character when we promote the show.
That's when I turned it off, took a break, and really didn't get back to it. After hearing how good it was from a few friends and colleagues, I went back, binged it, and enjoyed it far more than I thought I would. First, I loved the retro starship designs. To me, they looked to be an homage to the rocket ships from the old Flash Gordon serials, which partly served as an inspiration for George Lucas. My favorite character was Jedi Master Sol, played by Lee Jung-jae, known for his role in the show Squid Game. His performance was simply amazing. I also enjoyed many of the supporting cast performances, and I was very sad when,
Spoilers.
well, if you watched it, then you know. So what did you think of Star Wars The Acolyte? Was it a fresh risk taken with Star Wars lore while having infectious fun playing with the stylistic trappings of a galaxy far, far away? Or was it a badly paced, complete waste of time bloated with contrived themes and content contradicting the entirety of the established classic Star Wars universe? These perspectives and more in today's episode. So grab some snacks and strap yourself in as we dive into Star Wars The Acolyte. Our first guest today is George Mitchell Pickett from Toadsuck, Arkansas. Toadsuck. Thank you, George, for joining us today to talk about Star Wars The Acolyte.
Hi, thanks. You could call me Mitch.
Okay, welcome, Mitch.
And it's pronounced Arkansas.
What? Arkansas? I'm pretty sure it's Arkansas.
Well, is it Kansas then, next door?
What, you mean Kansas?
Yeah. If it's Kansas, then it's Arkansas, right?
Well, no.
Well, it should be then, am I right?
I don't know.
It's so stupid. If it's Arkansas, they should spell it that way, you know?
Okay, sure.
But apparently there's a state law designated the official pronunciation of the state's name.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, seriously. I mean, WTF.
I don't know.
Well, from the beginning, no one could agree on how to spell it, let alone pronounce it, since it's based on old Native American names and shit.
Okay.
So in 1881, the state's General Assembly passed Resolution 1-4-105, declaring the state's name should be spelled Arkansas, but pronounced Arkansas.
Yeah, that's great. So, Mitch...
But it's still called the Arkansas River.
Sure, whatever. So, Mitch...
So what does that make me then?
What?
Am I an Arkansan or an Arkansasier?
And thank you, Mitch, for calling in today to talk about Arkansas. Great to hear from you. And up next we have Pete McGillicuddy from Mingo Junction, Ohio. How you doing today, Pete?
I'm okay. I keep getting these emails from the Orvis catalog. I signed up for their subscription for the coupon code, but the shirts are so expensive. Oh, and the shipping. The coupon code barely gets me free shipping. I tried to unsubscribe, but the emails keep coming.
Well, you could just mark them for your spam folder, right?
Yeah, maybe I'll try that. $98 is a lot for a shirt, though.
Wow, $98 for a shirt?
Yeah, and after shorts and a belt, You're looking at over $200 just for a summer outfit.
Wow, that's a lot.
Yeah, there used to be an LL Bean store near me, but they closed. There's an Old Navy there now. But I can't shop there, 'cause I ain't 13 years old anymore, you know?
Yeah, I hear you.
I get the LL Bean catalog in the mail sometimes, but usually it's the one with the ladies' clothes and the luggage.
Yeah, sure. So, Pete, getting to the Acolyte.
Yeah, so just what is an acolyte then? What does that even mean?
Well, as I understand
It sounds like he's ordering a beer.
I want an acolyte.
We don't have no beer, just tequila.
Well, Acolyte was a rank within the Sith used to refer to an apprentice who had just started down on the dark path under a more experienced Sith Lord.
Oh, okay. Are they still doing that rule of two thing?
What do you want?
The power of two.
Always two there are. No more, no less.
Yeah, sort of, I think.
Power one. The power of two.
Oh, I can't keep up. It's too much.
Yeah, it's a lot.
It felt like they were taking a lot from V for Vendetta.
V for Vendetta?
Remember the 5th of November.
Wow, I haven't seen that one in a long time.
The gunpowder, treason, and plot.
How so?
Well, the one mean sister started a huge fire like V did.
What happened?
They started a fire.
Around midnight, the first explosions tore open the entire medical section.
Huh. Okay.
Then she went on a select revenge killing spree like V did.
Someone is killing Jedi. It doesn't make sense.
My God, he's killed them all.
She even poisoned one of them like V did.
I've been waiting for you. Forgive me. We thought we were doing the right thing.
He was poisoned.
I've not come for what you hoped to do. I've come for what you did.
You're going to kill me now.
I killed you 10 minutes ago.
I'm so sorry.
Oh, wow. Yeah, you're right.
And she did the martial arts thing with the knives like V did.
Who trained you?
You've got nothing. Nothing but your bloody knives and your fancy karate gimmicks.
Wow, yeah, totally. Those are some very astute observations.
Yeah. And how about that Sith helmet? That was weird, right?
The Sith helmet. Yeah, that was crazy how it affected the lightsabers. What was it called? Contusis? Something?
Kurtosis. Any against lightsabers?
It's cortosis. They pulled that one from the old Star Wars Expanded Universe Lucasfilm now refers to as Star Wars Legends.
Huh, interesting. I didn't know that.
I did not know that.
Yeah, they should have come up with a different name for that, though.
Why? What's wrong with cortosis?
Well, it sounds more like a medical condition than a metal, you know?
Okay.
Yeah, metal's got a cool name, like Beskar or Vibranium.
Yeah, okay, sure.
Cortosis? Sounds something like halitosis. Or something you maybe get from an ingrown toenail infection.
And thank you, Pete, for calling in today to...
You're probably going to need to go and get some of them fluconazole injections before it spreads to your prostate.
Yes, and thank you, Pete, for calling in today to talk about V for Vendetta, the Orpheus catalog, and toenail infections. Great to hear from you. And up next we have Robert Doodlepants McFace from Titusville, Florida. Thank you, Robert, for joining us today to talk about Star Wars.
Hello, may I speak to Robert?
What? Wait, you said your name was Robert.
Hello, may I speak to Robert?
I'm confused. Who is this?
Hello, may I speak to Robert?
What?
Somehow Palpatine returned.
And up next is Billy Wayne Doubleday from Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. Thank you, Billy, for calling in today to talk about Star Wars, The Acolyte.
Hey, TJ. Yeah, quite the diverse cast in this one.
Yeah, pretty diverse. Really one of the key celebrated aspects of the show.
Yeah, well, it didn't stop the show from being canceled.
What? Canceled? Already?
Yeah, it was just announced it wasn't picked up for a second season.
Oh, wow, I didn't see that. Well, that's too bad.
Yeah, well, maybe don't make a show portraying the Jedi as the bad guys next time.
Yeah.
Or maybe just keep it in line with my all-time favorite movie, based on my all-time favorite book.
Oh, and what would that be?
Well, Gettysburg, of course.
Gettysburg from the 90s? About the Civil War battle?
Yeah, based on The Killer Angels by Michael Shara.
Okay, cool.
They didn't call the movie The Killer Angels because they thought the people would think that the movie was about a motorcycle gang.
Okay. What did you mean about keeping in line with it?
The cast. Whole bunch of white dudes.
Oh, okay, right.
And only one line spoken by a lady.
I thought the war was in Virginia.
And one African-American fella. He just sat there.
I found me a John Henry, sir.
John who?
A John Henry, sir.
Otherwise, white dudes.
The most diverse movie ever made with all white men.
White dudes and beards. So many beards.
Yeah, okay, cool.
And a good mix of real ones and fake ones.
Yeah, right.
Tom Berenger's Longstreet beard was barely passable.
Yeah, I think I remember that.
Sam Elliott and Stephen Lang, though, wow. Beautiful. Love those guys.
Lord, George, what is that smell? That's me. Ain't it lovely? Oh.
Yeah, Sam Elliott is great.
High ground, there'll be the devil to pay. High ground. Wires hot with messages. Attack! Attack! High ground. Lee's army is all nicely entrenched behind fat rocks on the high ground. High ground. Finally attack. Coordinate the enemy. And that gorgeous field of fire. High ground.
And Joseph Fuqua as Major General J.E.P. Stewart. I couldn't stop laughing when he was first on the screen.
General Lee, sir, if you will please tell me who these gentlemen are.
There will be none of that. There is no time.
Since I no longer hold the general...
I have told you there is no time for that.
He looked ridiculous.
Yeah, that's great. So, Billy...
Looking out my window right now, TJ. I can see Cemetery Ridge.
What? Okay, cool.
It was a key stronghold for the Union Army, holding down the center of the famous fishhook line during the battle.
The position of the Federal Army is in the shape of a fish hook. The hook starts there.
Yeah, I know.
You know, every time I watch it, I get a hankering for some breakfast.
We have flapjacks in small mountains. Fresh butter, bacon, wagons of ham, apple butter, ripe cherries.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, I watch Gettysburg, and then I go to the Honeybee restaurant on days that begin with a T.
So every Tuesday and Thursday?
No, today and tomorrow.
I worry what you just heard was, give me a lot of bacon and eggs.
Wow, so every day?
What I said was, give me all the bacon and eggs you have.
Can't imagine how heartbreaking it was for General Pickett.
General Longstreet, I shall lead my division forward, sir.
What? Oh, right. Yeah, yeah, I can't imagine.
Buckets, what's happening to my boys? What's happening to my boys?
He lost his whole division.
General Pickett, sir, you must look to your division.
General Lee, I have no division.
Yeah, that was, quite the event in American history.
Event? This wasn't a dang birthday party.
Give me a tourniquet before I bleed to death. Yes, sir.
Have you ever been to Gettysburg, TJ?
The town? No, I haven't.
It's life-changing.
Yeah, I bet.
Came here in 93 after the movie was out, and I never left.
Wow, that's amazing.
It's f***ing sobering.
Yes, I'm sure it is.
The history.
Yeah, so, Billy.
The death.
Yeah, so, getting back to the Acolyte.
I still can't reload a musket in 30 seconds. Still clocking in at just over a minute.
That's great. And thank you, Billy, for calling in today to talk...
Keep dropping the damn ramrod.
Yes, thank you, Billy, for calling in today to talk about...
Bayonets!
What? Okay. And, finally, we welcome back Phil Clutterbuck from Booger Hole, West Virginia. Welcome back, Phil, to talk about Star Wars The Acolyte.
Hey, TJ. Happy to be back. And it's Pib. Pib Corn Popper.
Right. Yeah, I forgot. Pib, you're a mercenary, is that right?
That's right. A mercenary with a heart of gold.
Yeah, right.
So how's your lawn looking today?
My lawn? I live in a small apartment.
Well, maybe one day.
Yeah, sure.
When you do, be sure to give me a call.
Yeah, sure. Okay. So, Phil...
It's Pib. Pib Corn Popper.
Right. Sorry. Pib, so what did you think about Star Wars The Acolyte?
Oh, I loved it. Yes, sir. It was great. That lead Korean Jedi fella reminded me of the Chinese fella from Rogue One.
Yes, he was great. I thoroughly enjoyed Lee Jung-jae's performance.
Oh, yes, sir. And that Star Wars Kung Fu was all over the place. I loved it.
Oh yes, I totally agree. The fight scenes I felt were really well done.
I really liked the little callbacks to all the originals. They were like sprinkles on a donut.
Huh. I really didn't catch anything like that. Can you elaborate on any of those?
Sure. Here, I took some notes.
Wow, you took notes?
Yes, sir. I wanted to be prepared today.
Oh, wow, that's great. So what do you got?
So Jedi Master Saul says to Ocean that she kept thinking about her twin sister?
Even after all this time, your thoughts still go to your sister.
So, you have a twin sister.
Well, that reminded me of Darth Vader when he was making fun of Luke for his twin sister in Return of the Jedi.
Wow, that is an excellent reference. What else did you notice?
Well...
No, I must face her alone.
I must face him alone.
Some call it a force.
A force.
But we know threat is not a power you wield.
The Force is not a power you have.
There is still good in her.
There is good in him. I felt it.
There's still light in him. I know it.
We have to go back. We've got to go back.
So it's just you and the Force, and what you bring with you.
What's in there?
Only what you take with you.
Good, May. Feel your anger. Strike them down, and your journey will be complete.
Good. I can feel your anger. Strike me down with all of your hatred, and your journey towards the dark side will be complete.
Wow, Phil, these are great. You were really paying attention.
It's Pib.
Oh, right. Sorry.
Pib Corn Popper.
Right, Pib. Sorry. Well, these are amazing, and I can't believe I missed all of it. Do you have any other observations before we wrap things up?
Yeah, so when the Jedis were giving Ocean her Jedi test, like they did for Anakin Skywalker in The Phantom Menace...
A ship? A cup. A ship. A speeder.
Yeah, I recognize that. I thought that was a pretty good callback.
Well, that reminded me of the beginning of the original Ghostbusters, when Bill Murray was doing the same kind of thing with his students and he kept shocking that younger feller.
In this test, you must divine what images appear on the testing screen.
Nervous?
Yes.
No.
Clear your head. All right?
Tell us what you see.
Think hard. What is it?
A spaceship.
It is. Very good. That's great.
How about this next one?
What is it? Circle. Close. Spot definitely wrong.
How about this next one?
Tell me what you think it is.
A mountain.
Incredible.
Correct.
You can't see these, can you?
How about this next one?
What's this one?
Tell us what you see.
It's a couple wavy lines.
Sorry, this isn't your lucky day.
No.
Did someone tell you to fail this test?
Gotta give him that Ahch-To and spit on that.
Next time on Live from
Ahch-To,
a Star Wars podcast.
What's your name, son? Solo.
Han, don't throw it away for Han.
This is a thermal detonator.
That's a rock.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. And you just made a clicking sound with your mouth.
Yeah, this is Han Solo.
Han Solo.
Anything Han?
It's Han.
And
It's Han.
Solo.
Han Solo.